This year, my wife and I wanted to do something a little different for Halloween, so we packed our bags and went to Salem, Massachusetts. We searched all over the internet for affordable hotels before settling on something called the Hi Boston Hostel. It was located in the middle of Boston's theater district and seemed to be in perfect walking distance for all the things we wanted to see while staying in Boston. And the first thing I noticed was that you could not get into the hostel without being buzzed in by the front desk or by use of your key card, and I appreciate that extra security. Now, when we walked in, we were greeted by a beautifully decorated lobby, all dolled up for Halloween. You had a fireplace, couches, chairs, and even a fully stocked snack bar complete with water, energy drinks, sodas, snacks, cereal, everything you could ask for. Checking in was very painless. We got there a few hours early because of our flight, and they were more than happy to store our luggage in a locked, secure storeroom until our check-in time was ready. And they also have a secondary open storeroom for people who want to store their bikes or scooters or what other methods of transportation people have to get around Boston. One of the things that really surprised me were all the amenities the hostel had to offer. If you head upstairs to the second story, this is the common floor. This is where everybody hangs out when they're not doing their thing around Boston. They had a giant pool table, several couches, a lot of cool places for you to hang out and lounge about at. They also had this gigantic, and I mean gigantic, dining room and hangout area with a beautiful view over the city. They also have a large shared kitchen, complete with burners, stoves, refrigerators, sinks, toaster ovens, microwaves, everything you could ask for to make your own meal. They also provide you with pots, pans, cooking utensils, spices, sinks, everything you need to prepare yourself your own home-cooked meal. And they even have private or shared boxes for people to store their food in. You head down the hall and you'll find the laundry room complete with cash or credit machines so that everybody could do their laundry during their stay. Just around the corner, you have yourself a little lounge and a conference room for people who want some privacy as they work, as well as a little TV nook for everybody who wants to watch movies or TV shows. Now in the morning, they provide a continental breakfast complete with cereal, bagels, various types of bread, butter, peanut butter, and even these cute little conveyor toaster ovens. As you can imagine, this and dinner are usually the busiest time of the day, and it's a great opportunity to meet the other guests staying at the hostel. But it was the bedroom that I loved the most. We got a private queen bed suite that had a guest bed in the room also. It was incredibly spacious. Like, I cannot describe how wonderful this room was for the price we paid. We had a queen-sized bed. The room was spotless. It had high ceilings, several windows overlooking the city. It also had a smart TV with pretty much every streaming service you could think of, so all you had to do was input your own login to use their streaming services. We also had a very nice sized bathroom. It was absolutely spotless, and one thing I appreciate is this hostel really wants to be green, so it gives you little tips on how to conserve water and electricity during your stay. They also have a air conditioner unit with your own thermostat. However, it was deactivated during my stay because it was already in the cooler months. They informed me that all the windows could open up a bit, so that is what we did. And we actually got a great cross breeze. We never felt too stuffy. We never felt too warm. All we had to do was open the windows for a few minutes and the room was a great temperature. Another thing I loved is these guys really embraced Halloween. They did a lot of cool Halloween events, most notably movie nights every night at 11:30. We watched Hellraiser, Carrie, and The Witch, among other films. And on Halloween Day, we actually had a Halloween party. The hostel provided pizzas, drinks, sodas, candy, and make your own masks. We had a live DJ, and it was a blast. The Hi Hostel did a fantastic job making us feel welcome. Every one of their employees was just so kind and eager to answer any questions that we had. And I really appreciated the two that ran the night shift. They were the ones in charge of a lot of the Halloween events. And those two just really loved hanging out with the rest of the guests. And they went above and beyond to give everyone a fun, unique experience for Halloween. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was just so much fun watching movies with them, talking about horror movies, and then the party we had on Halloween was just so much fun. I've never had that kind of experience with a hotel where everybody, including the guests, just wanted to hang out with one another and share stories from where they're from and just enjoy the environment. I cannot recommend Hi Hostel enough, and I really hope that anyone who goes to this place has just a positive experience as I did. Like, I did not know what to expect. I've been to hostels before, and usually they are a pretty survivable experience, but this was above and beyond. From the service to the food to the entertainment and to this whole mentality of opening up common spaces so that the guests can hang out with one another and just have a good time. I really liked it. I really appreciated it. And I enjoyed my stay very much. If I had to say one complaint, it is that the intersection the hostel is located on is very noisy. That's not the hostel's fault. That's just, the city itself. We had a lot of ambulances driving by at all hours of the night, but you know what? After a while, we got used to it. It didn't bother us anymore. And besides, we were already too tired from all of our exploration of Boston and Salem to even care. So if you want to visit Boston at a reasonable price, I cannot recommend Hi Boston enough. They were fantastic. We paid about $1,500 for 6 nights. And considering the prices for all the other hotels, this was a steal. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my personal review of the Hi Boston Hostel during my stay during Halloween. Again, like I like to say, I am not being paid for this. This is not a sponsored video. I was just that legitimately impressed with my stay at the Hi Boston that I had to talk about it and share it with you. I am Mazer, and I would like to thank you for being here, and we will see you next time. Bye.